Your bill, sir.
What? $100? Well, this can't possibly be correct.
Oh, my mistake, sir. Thank you for pointing that out. This is your bill.
A man of my word. Also being great with procrastination. Hey, I've decided to tell a story. A story that is both funny, traumatizing, and everywhere else in between. Let's get right into it, shall we? It takes place back in 7th grade. Also, as a matter of fact, it was my first year ever taking PE in the middle school. So that's something. Just come out of science class, which I had second period. I go meet up with the homies. You know, it's a beautiful sunny day. We go to lunch, we chill, and this all happens right before PE. Now, for context reasons, I do not remember what we were playing, but it surely did involve something. After lunch, we went to PE, and of course, we got ready and we started to play. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I do not remember what we were playing, but I do remember that PE was going fine and dandy. Now you may be asking yourself, if everything was going so fine and dandy, then what could have possibly went wrong? Oh boy, everything went wrong. Well, so we decided to play a game. Now, in PE, we would play multiple stuff, like basketball, box ball, So yeah, we were playing a game involving catch. And now, if you know me, I am a pretty good thrower. Sorry. Baby, I can see you. Frankly, I do not remember what happened on this day. But oh boy, something did happen. So when I went to go and throw the ball, instead of throwing it normally, like, you know, a normal person would, that it was a brilliant idea to throw it like Spider-Man. And after I threw it, you'll never believe what happened. I fell on the floor. I remember specifically while being on the floor, looking up and being like, I was still on the floor when two of my friends decided to go get the teacher, and three of my friends had to help me get up. Teacher comes and she's like, I go inside of the golf cart because I get taken to the nurse. Remember specifically while heading to the nurse's office, my theater teacher looking directly at me being like, what happened? Of course, me and my friends, we had an inside joke that each one of us was gonna get hurt before the end of the year. And guess what? It became true. I mentioned that on that day, it was the second day of the play. So I was screwed. So, my mom comes and she's chatting with both my PE teacher and my theater teacher while I'm just sitting over here with an ice pack being like, Yeah, I get taken to the ER and an x-ray on me and surprise, surprise, I fractured my collarbone. Then after that, my theater teacher calls my mom and he's like, my friend was gonna learn my lines in order to do the play. Here's the thing. My friend was one of the main characters of the show. So it'd be sort of a burden for him to learn two characters in the span of just a couple of hours. I decided, man, no broken bone ain't gonna let me stop playing and acting. Mind you, I was still in a lot of pain. So after we got out of the hospital, my mom took me over to the school. Actually, funnily enough, I met up with one of my friends and we were going to the teacher's lounge because my theater teacher, the GOAT, before every play, we would go to the teacher lounge and he would get us pizza. I entered, they were doing, I didn't know what was going on, but the minute I entered, the lights turned on and I was like, and everyone was like, surprise. P.S. That was really special and really nice, and I really appreciated that. It made me feel like a lot happier. After that, of course, I did the play, and thank you to my friend who was helping me, get into my costume, because oh boy, that was something. Yeah, that's how I fractured my collarbone. It was a really short story, but I guess the moral of the story is don't pretend you're Spider-Man in PE. And if you guys like these sort of stories, tell me in the comments so I should do more. Because oh boy, this is just the beginning. I've got a lot more to tell.
8 Mondays.
Now, as a tradition, time to do those goofy outros.